Hey, well, welcome to Countdown 2 podcast. I'm your co-host Drew,
And I'm Leighton.
and we're brothers.
And I'm Ryan.
And you're Ryan.
Hey,
Yes, you
Ryan's
are.
here.
Yeah, well, today we have some exciting news. We have our first official sponsor, Pendulum Threads, and which is a training apparel company for hybrid athletes. And even more exciting, we have the owner of Pendulum Threads on, Ryan. And Ryan, you are not just the owner of this company, but you're a husband, you're a father of 4 boys, a full-time student, home gym athlete, runner, tattoo collector, and the creator of Wolf Out West. So welcome, Ryan.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's a lot. I mean, just based off of that, I mean, those credentials right there. So, hey, what we'd like to do usually in the beginning is just like, being that we kind of share some passions together, like we like to dig into your setup, your design. So what kind of gym setup are you working with currently? Do you go someplace, or is it at home, and what is it?
Sure. So when I started working out, like the first time ever, I went to a gym, and it's just insane how many people are at a gym at like 4:30 in the morning. I thought
Yeah.
I would miss the crowd, um, but everyone's there. So there was a lot of waiting on machines and stuff like that. And so I did that for like 3 weeks. And then I was like, this just doesn't fit my schedule with school and, you know, kids and all the other stuff that I have going on. So I ended up just getting a couple things to work out at home. I wouldn't call it a home gym. um, I have adjustable dumbbells. I have a bench and a pull-up bar that I
Nice.
got on Amazon. Nothing fancy, but I like it that way. It's anyone can buy those things.
Hmm.
Almost anyone can store them somewhere in their house, and I just do real simple but consistent workouts. Um, that's
Nice.
pretty much my setup. Yeah.
Nice. So what's your routine like right now? I mean, you've got that home stuff. You run a bit as well.
Yeah, yeah. So as far as the fitness routine, I work out. I lift 5 times a week, or four
Mhm.
times a week. So, um, you know, Monday is typically shoulders and arms or chest arms day. Uh, Tuesday's leg day. Wednesday's back day, and then I have another shoulders arms day on Friday, and I
Hmm.
use Thursday as kind of like a rest day. So it's nothing too fancy. It's really just real simple movements like incline press,
Hmm.
all the dumbbell movements, bicep curl, uh, incline curl, these overhead things. I don't even know what it's called, but I do them.
I love it. Yeah.
um, and
Well, and
then
I
I run 3 times a week.
okay.
And right now I'm doing like a training plan with Runna to do a marathon.
Oh, nice.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, so my distance is increased a whole lot. Yeah, I run twice a week, typically shorter runs, and then Sunday is my like long run day.
When's your marathon?
Yeah. I'd have to look at the training plan. I think it's around August or
Okay.
the end of
Oh, it's coming
August or
up.
or
Okay.
September. Yeah, it's not like I never run official races like ever. I just do the distance. So it's just and me and Strava medals,
Yeah.
pretty
No, I love
much.
that. And I love what you said too of just keeping it simple. I think that we overcomplicate things by when we jump into something unknown. There's so many voices, so many things online that you can dig into, yet it's like, do these people live at the gym? And
Yeah.
I think that that's been our biggest thing. Is just like, no, you just kiss it, keep it simple,
Yeah.
and you don't have to overcomplicate it. So I love that. So
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to have like a home gym, But when we moved to California, we live in the same small place that we moved into in 2016, and we're close to the beach,
Oh, we're
and
gonna get
so
into that.
it
You're spoiling.
just, yeah, I know, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, well, I wanted to say kudos to you on not joining a race for your marathon because I feel like race day with everyone adds a boost to it. So like you're going that extra mile, like it's me, the pavement, and that's it. Like
I
that's
I
incredible.
pre- I prefer that. I'm more of a, I've had a couple people ask me if like, hey, do you want to run together? And I'm
No.
just like, no, nope, I
No.
don't. Yeah,
No,
I
thank
think you're
you.
cool, but no thanks.
Yeah.
So I like
uh,
running just alone, a lot of times in silence, and then sometimes I'll kick the music on.
hmm.
Nice. No, that's
So
great. So besides marathon, is there anything specific that you're training for otherwise, or is that your main focus right now?
that's pretty much it.
Cool.
I really lift, just because I'm addicted to it, and I like it.
Yeah,
And there's a
Nice.
little more to that with having kids and a family, but that's basically it.
that's great.
That's enough.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you do more?
Yeah, come
No.
on, man.
Yeah.
So, and how did Wolf Out West get started?
Yeah.
You know, that's a good question. So I was let's see how I answer this. The
Yeah, you're
short
fine.
version, the short version is I had tried to like help my wife actually become like an Instagram influencer, and we were doing these like these engagement pods, which are just, God, they're so dumb. And we were trying to do all this stuff, and I was taking the photos, and it wasn't going anywhere.
Mhm.
Hmm.
And then I was like, I don't care anymore. I was like, I don't give a shit. So I decided to start my own Instagram account, and you know I was thinking about the username because I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. This is a big thing. I've never done my
Hmm.
own thing before like this."
Yeah.
So I started kind of thinking about like our family and how there's a lot of us, and we kind of stick together like a pack, and
Hmm.
and wolves made for life. You know what I'm saying? And so you kind of have this family for life,
Hmm. Yeah.
and family is something that's really important to me. My personal family here, my wife and my four kids, and so uh, it just kind of it's just like we live out west, so it's
Yeah.
just wolf out west,
That's
so
perfect.
it kind of became this thing that kind of stuck. I came up with it, and my wife was like, "Wow, that's really cool. You should do
Yeah.
that." And then I had second thoughts. I was like, "Should I do that?" And then I just
Went with
yeah,
it.
and then I started. I really started just posting about my tattoos because I just thought they were cool, and it
Because
ended
they
up
are.
turning into. Thank you. um, that's also really addicting too. But it just became this thing where I started posting about. I started using it kind of like as a journal, posting
Mm,
about
Hmm.
my life, and then going back to school when I started that, and just sharing, and then it just kind of snowballed into this thing, and now I have a good amount of followers, and it still feels weird sometimes because I get messages where people are like, "Man, I read your stuff and it's so encouraging." I'm just like, "Man, I'm just a normal dad, man.
yeah.
Just trying to just trying to do my weird quest that I'm on, you know."
Yeah.
Well, and that it's
So
relatable, because we're all looking for that. And
yeah,
I love the thought that you put into the name. It's not just like, oh, this sounds cool, Wolf Out West, but it has deep meaning to your family, and it sounds cool. And man, I miss the old Instagram where it was like just journaling, like you said, like with pictures versus all the trends and
Noise.
reels and noise, and it's just a waste of space. So I love that you um capture that still
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
beautifully. That's how I found your page. So coming out west, you're from
Yep.
Texas originally, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What
Unfortunately. Yeah.
and what brought you to SoCal?
Um.
Not
Uh.
Texas.
Basically, the weather.
Yeah.
Um. So my grandma lives in Newport Beach area, and as a kid growing up, I mean, I've been coming out to California since 1994, 1993. So, going on family vacations every year, sometimes a couple times a year, hanging out at the beach, going up to the mountains, kind of the first time, I remember the first time getting out of the airplane at the John Wayne Airport. And I always remember like getting breakfast when we got there early. I got breakfast with my dad at McDonald's, and so at that airport, so it's like a memory that I have. But I always remember getting out of the airplane and just getting out of the airport and just feeling this just like breezed
Hmm.
just blow by,
Hmm.
and then going to the beach for the first time. I knew then I was like, I'm gonna live here one day. So
Hmm. That's
um,
awesome.
Made it happen.
yeah, after my wife and I got married, we moved to Austin, Texas. We lived there for 5 years, and then um, we moved here in 2016.
Cool.
Uh, so yeah,
Well,
yeah, it's a dream
welcome.
come true.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
truly. Yeah,
We're California natives up north though, very NorCal. And then we both lived in the Pacific Northwest for a while, like Portland, and you stayed, I came back.
Yeah.
We're
And
yeah.
every year I stab out my eyes. I mean, I just go insane in the wintertime. And
With the
thankfully,
rain.
I can travel for work. So I go down to San
yeah,
Diego, LA quite often just to like have that experience of it. And I still, to this day, will get off the plane and be like, oh, this
yeah.
is amazing, So absolutely. Now, so you were saying that you kind of your workout journey you started a little later in life. What was life before? Like, was it in Texas that you were like, I got to change, or I need to be more, have more of a routine, or was it when you moved to San Diego? Just kind of walk us through that.
Sure. Yeah. My first statement would probably be, I couldn't think about working out in Texas. Okay, that's true, dude. People that do that, and people that, because I think of my fitness life now, and I follow other people that are like, oh, just running in Austin or run, somewhere like Houston.
Hmm.
And I'm like, dude, that's a whole other level. People that run in the heat like that, I'm
Yeah.
just, it's amazing. Like really, I could not do that.
Yeah.
I mean, when it gets like 78 degrees here, I'm like, this is too hot. I've become conditioned,
Yeah.
I'm conditioned. Um,
Right.
so yeah, so I never really worked out in Texas at all. It didn't happen until we moved here. And
Hmm.
actually, shortly after we moved here, I got really sick.
Mm.
So I'll give you the
That's right.
the short version. Basically, I had vertigo and dizziness for about 5, 6 months. It just kind of came out of nowhere. I
Hmm.
had to go to physical therapy. I wasn't eating a whole lot. I was real weird about what was going into my body because um, there was some wellness influencer that I had seen online at the time that recommended this supplement, and these things started after I took that. So, I kind of
Hmm.
got just like, I was like, well, I don't want to try a protein. I was like weird about stuff
Hmm.
because it brought like anxiety. But so I had to go to physical therapy. I was feeling better, and then I got this weird headache. Oh, and I couldn't work at the time too, just because everything was like, I felt like I was on a boat kind of
Hmm.
all the time. Um, I would be like sitting on my couch, looking at where the floor meets the wall, and I remember seeing it just kind of just lifting up. It was just the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Scary.
Um, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Um, I quit drinking after that because I felt like I was drunk all the time.
Mm.
and it was
Jeez.
cool for like 5 minutes, and then it was miserable. It was miserable. It just wouldn't go away.
Yeah.
So went to physical therapy. Um, I remember messaging my boss at the time, and I was like, this was when I worked at Apple. I was like, "Hey, finally feeling better. I'm ready to come back. Just working a couple days a week." And then I got this headache, and then the headache lasted like 5 days, and my wife took me to the ER because I don't usually go unless I'm dying. But at this point, she was like, "There's something wrong." So
Hmm.
Mm,
they ended up having to do a spinal tap, and found out that I had meningitis. And then the spinal tap caused a spinal fluid leak inside my head. And so I couldn't like sit up without extreme pain because there wasn't that cushion for like spinal fluid on my
Hmm.
brain. So
Hmm.
it hurt. And then they found a bleed inside my head. And then, yeah, it was just a big ordeal. So
Hmm.
after that, I was like, it was very easy to quit drinking.
yeah.
Um, and so, um, I started on like a more strict diet. I quit caffeine. Uh, I
Wow.
stopped drinking sodas. Just because I was like weird about stuff. And I had also smoked cigarettes, but this was a long time ago, and I quit when I found out our first son was born in
Hmm.
2013.
Hmm.
So let's you know but yeah, all this sickness stuff happened, and like not long after we moved here, so like 2017.
Okay.
And then after that, um a couple years after that, I started kind of wanting to start being more active and lift weights. I worked with a coach for a while, and then I kind of did my own thing, and now I'm just kind of addicted to it. Um,
So, did you start running um, after, like, you found weights, you found working out, you found a schedule, and all that stuff like that? Did you start running while you were discovering that side of things, or did that come later?
it came later.
Okay.
I think I started running in like 2022 or
Okay.
2023, actually.
And you like
Yeah.
it?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
My coach wanted me to do some cardio because I was on cut, and he's like, "Okay, you got," and I hadn't run. And I remember I signed up for my first 5K, and I felt like miserable afterwards. I was like, it was like the first time I'd run. I ran the whole thing, didn't prepare for it at all. Don't recommend that.
Yeah.
I felt dizzy and miserable afterwards just because of the electrolyte imbalance. So it
Mm,
took like a day to kind of get back to normal. But you know, now I'm addicted. I love it,
Nice.
and my last long run on Sunday was like, 22 kilometers, 23 kilometers. So
Hmm.
um,
Let me
it's
get my
just
calculator.
insane how the body adapts.
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
100%.
Yeah. So
Well,
Uh,
especially and adapts from when you were sick to how you feel now. Like
yeah,
that's incredible.
yeah. After I was sick, I did take a long break of like not doing much physical activity.
mhm.
But then I kind of got into it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what kind of started the whole thing.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm still wrapping my mind around being off caffeine. I have a whole new
Yeah.
respect for you now, for sure, because it's the healthy addiction. At least we tell ourselves.
Well, I was definitely like into coffee. Like I would have coffee like a couple, coffees in the morning. Um, I would have some at night sometimes too.
Hmm.
Uh,
Well,
because
isn't that you as a creative person you have to? Isn't I think that goes hand in hand, right? You're not that creative unless you got your cup of Joe and yeah. Anyways,
uh, yeah, it was hard to quit because part of when I was sick in the hospital was coming off the caffeine.
yeah.
I mean, and if you've ever, I mean, caffeine's a drug, and your body and your brain becomes addicted to it. And
Oh,
so coming off of that was
I've
really,
tried.
really hard.
Yeah, I've tried coming off it and talk about headaches every day and
Yeah,
like feeling like you're just crawling on the ground. Yeah.
yeah. was rough. But yeah, I my mornings I just kind of fill up a glass of water with electrolytes and
Hmm.
and then run the mornings I run, and then just do work the mornings I don't run.
Hmm.
Um and it just I don't know, your body just finds energy.
Yeah,
And I
right.
think a
Well,
big part of it for me is focusing on sleep. Like, no matter how busy I get with school or family or work, I don't ever sacrifice sleep, even if that means making a not as good of a grade on a test as I thought I would.
yeah, yeah.
Just because it would be far worse if I didn't get sleep.
Right, exactly. And I love that though, because I mean that's something that we just especially in the workout world, or along with the workout world, is like we don't talk about sleep enough. Too
Yes.
often it's like, hey, add this, add this, add this, and at the cost of sleep and everything else. And it's like, oh, you're not getting the gains you want, or recovering anything, because you just can't sleep, or you won't sleep, kind of thing. And so that's
Yeah.
a huge thing. I appreciate you mentioning that. Speaking of life and such, with balancing, a husband, dad, student, athlete, creator,
All the things.
like, yeah, exactly. I'm like, how do you balance all of that? Especially, I mean, 4 kids. I got one, and I don't know how that hurricane could happen 4 times over.
It's
And no caffeine on top
one
of that. I'm sorry.
one yeah, I know, right? I get my power from the All Fathers, okay?
There you go.
One kid is hard for sure.
Mhm.
And I think that, as parents, you kind of like level up, like one was tough for
Mm.
us. And then you have two and you're like, this is hard. And but you level up, and then you're
Yeah,
like, I got this, dude. And then you have three, and then you have four, and then so um it's I think you just level up. And I
yeah,
think everyone has the capability to do that with anything, actually.
sure.
But running, working out, parenting, I think if you set your mind to it and truly give it your best and look at what you have and say, this is what I've been given, I'm thankful for it, and put your best foot forward,
Mhm.
which sounds kind of dumb, but like
Dude, it's
Well,
that's
it's not
what
simple.
very
I
popular, I'll tell you
do.
that.
And
Yeah.
you'll be amazed at how much you can handle.
Well, I'm
So what was your question?
yeah, well, you know what? We're moving
Sorry.
on from that. That's okay. No, you answered it. So with balance and stuff like that. So, but I mean, what I'm hearing you say, with sleep, that being a core thing that you don't skip out on, with the exercise you do, with the cardio, even with running and stuff like that, that you're energized. It sounds like, to be able to balance life with kids, creativity, other things as well, but also now take us through digging deeper into um, pendulum, pendulum threads,
Pendulum.
But
Pendulum.
pendulum. We've been going back and forth. Pendulum, pendulum. I don't know.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So let me kind of give you a preface, and then I'll answer that. So I have a lot of stuff going on. I
Hmm.
am naturally a very structured person. Uh, I may not look like it. When someone sees me, they don't automatically think, structured, studious. But I am. I've always been that way. It annoyed the crap out of my mom when I was younger. And it annoys my wife sometimes too.
Sure, sure.
I like lists. I like to do lists. I like to plan things out. I like to have a structure for things. And so what I do want to mention is like, um, I do have a lot going on. Um, but my wife is a huge, huge, huge help to
Hmm.
me. And
Hmm.
I could not
Hmm.
do it without her at all
Hmm.
whatsoever.
What's her
I
name?
mean, Kristen,
Kristen.
uh,
Nice.
yeah. And so, and she, is at home with the kids. Thankfully, we're able to have that set up. Sometimes
Hmm.
we barely make it, but we've made it.
Sure.
But she stays home with the kids. She helps me out with a lot of stuff. She feeds all of us, which is like just that is that is like more than a full-time job.
Mhm.
Right.
Chef,
um
yeah.
like that's just without pay. It's just
Yeah.
yeah, it's a lot. So I wouldn't be able to do that without her. um but yeah, so I keep myself organized that way, and during the school semester it just looks a little bit different.
Hmm.
But um taking on this pendulum thing was a little bit scary, a little bit weird. It still feels scary and weird.
Because you
um
didn't create it, you took it over. Is that
no,
right?
I did. Yeah, I took it over.
Okay. Okay.
So a buddy, well, he wasn't a buddy then, he's a buddy now. But this guy reached out to me and he's like, "Hey, can I send you some running shorts?" And I'm
Hmm.
like, "Yes,
Yeah.
free stuff." Of course. Of course. Yeah, I need running shorts because I was finding out just how expensive running
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Um, Running is not free. That's a lie. Okay. Crappy running is free.
Yeah.
Hurt foot running is free. But he basically, wanted to send me some shorts. So I'm like, sure, no problem. And at this time, I was wearing, I think I was wearing like 10,000 shorts, which were
Hmm.
okay. It was a brand that's kind of hyped up. Um, and they were okay for running and lifting. I didn't like certain things about them. And then I
Hmm.
had tried Bandit running, which was pretty cool. They had like a cool looking brand, but the
Hmm.
shorts just didn't, they just didn't look good on my legs. I need
Okay.
something that looks good. I had chicken legs at the time, and my legs are a little more thicker,
Hmm.
um, now. But and then I had tried shorts from Vuori from running, and they just kind of look
Mm.
like bags on my legs. I love
Hmm.
some of their stuff.
Yeah.
But so I had tried multiple brands, so I was looking for good shorts, and he kind of came over at the right time and he sent me these shorts, and when I tried them on, they fit
Hmm.
like just how I imagined running shorts should fit. The liner
Hmm.
was perfect. Um the way that they, I don't know what it's even called. Just the way that they look on my legs, I was like, these look good.
Hmm.
Even with my chicken legs, they look good.
Yeah.
Um um and now that I've bulked up a bit, they still look good.
Yeah.
And so, because you see these shorts from like these 10,000 dudes that are like massive, and I'm like, the
Yeah.
shorts look horrible on me, but the pendulum ones didn't, and I was like, God, I love these, and
Hmm.
so he sent me like 3 pairs, and that was like 2023,
Hmm.
and I still have those 3 pairs.
Hmm.
Nice.
They're faded, but I
Sure.
have only worn those shorts to run since then.
Mm.
That's
Nice.
it. The liner just doesn't move. It's perfect. So anyway, so um, the beginning of this year, I wanted to like buy some more shorts because these are obviously old. And I'm like, hey, I could buy some. I'd be glad to. Um, uh, and he's like, "Hey, I'm actually throwing in the towel and pendulum." I was like, "What?"
Hmm.
So I kind of
Hmm.
freaked out for a second,
Yeah.
because I'm like thinking selfishly, like if he does this, I can't have my shorts anymore.
Yeah.
This is not okay. so I'm like, this can't happen. So I got a little
Yeah.
crazy for a second, and we talked. We went back and forth, and then he just eventually just, yeah, just sold the company to me, all the stock, everything,
Hmm.
for super cheap.
That's
Um,
awesome.
so and yep, and now I have a storage unit full of gear,
So
like
what?
30 boxes.
So
But
what's your plans? Are you gonna maintain what's currently going on, or you have plans to grow or add more things, take away, whatever,
right now I think the plan is to
get into a
maintain and
rhythm?
keep sharing the brand. Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean it's really cool to um, you know, because people talk about like, oh, I want to start this business, or I could like do drop shipping here, or I could do
Hmm.
this stuff, you know, and we kind of looked into that before with some things, but it's really cool to own something that you
Mhm.
Yeah.
genuinely like love, that you
Hmm.
love. I mean, I
Hmm.
love these shorts. They are just I don't run in anything else, you know. And if you see my
Yeah.
Instagram, like
Yeah.
you see them all the time, you
Right.
know.
Exactly.
Um and it I think it's cool too because you know, and I really hadn't thought of it until I took it over. But in my physics classes, I had to do a lot of problems with pendulums,
Hmm.
and
Yeah. Okay.
calculating the the different things with pendulums and the force and stuff like that. And it's really interesting how they work actually. But I thought it was perfect, you know.
Yeah. It's
And
fitting.
I think it's cool because you know pendulum has to do with physics,
Hmm.
but also um, you know, it's something that is always swinging, it's always
Yeah.
moving, and
Hmm.
it's consistent.
Hmm.
It's
I love
and that
that.
kind of is a good description of me as a person with school and stuff like that. I'm consistent. I'm annoyingly consistent.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
And uh I'd say we're honored to partner with you with this. Oh, Leighton's back again. But as for this shirt right here, man, I mean, I don't know about the shorts yet. I'm gonna find out about shorts, but this thing is soft as silk. Like, I love
Yeah,
the shirt. This is a great workout
they're
shirt.
great.
There's so many workout shirts out there that are shiny, and which I hate shine. I don't know why, but or just normal cotton tees, and it's just like, ugh. But man, I'm loving this one, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, I didn't actually because he had sent me a couple shirts with the shorts back in
Hmm.
like 2023 when he first sent me the box, and I actually just kept them out in my closet and I didn't wear them for the longest time. And then um, you know, I put them on one day and I was like, oh my God, these shirts feel
Right?
awesome, you
Yeah.
know. So I sized up. Um, I get a size up and I actually sleep in those.
Nice.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, that's
Just
smart.
yeah,
Hey,
because
why is
yeah.
it not on Instagram? I mean, that's a great selling point. You could just be laying
I
there,
know it's kind of a weird thing, I guess, but I should share that actually. Yeah,
Now you
I
have to.
sized up in a bigger one and I wear it to sleep in. It's
I
like the
love
most
it.
comfortable thing ever.
It's
That's
really
awesome.
it's really nice having ownership over something you actually believe in. You kind of touched on that a
Yes,
little bit.
Yeah.
Like we kind of
yes,
feel the same like that with this podcast. It's like, oh, I love doing this. Like this just I can't
It
wait
might
to
be
record.
garbage,
And
but it's great.
yeah, and with your with the you're talking about the fit of the shorts and stuff, man, I've bought so much stuff and be like, I'm gonna look good or feel good or perform better, and it's just so disappointing. Like the quality's not there. So having
I'm wearing a
the
diaper
quality you
right
guys,
now.
but having the quality of this is good and solid and yeah. So you got a good product on your hands. So
yeah,
just need to get it in front of
yeah,
more people.
totally, yeah.
What advice do you give for busy parents or students who want to train, but they don't think they have the time?
Oh man, I don't know if I'm qualified
Oh my,
to
Dude,
what?
you are
answer
No,
so
this.
busy. You have
seriously,
so
yeah.
much going on. That's
Yeah,
what
we're
I
looking at you
like
being like,
with
are
you
you sure you
is
train or is
you're
that
able to fit it
AI?
in.
Yeah, right.
I have been following
Um,
him before AI, and he's been training consistency. So
yeah,
I,
follow me on Strava. You'll see my workouts. Okay.
ooh,
Uh,
good idea.
yeah.
yes, yes. Um, so you know, I think the biggest roadblock, I think people sometimes put roadblocks in front of themselves.
Hmm.
So they see these influencers or people online or whatever, and they're like, well, if I want to train, I got to get that. Okay, I have that now. Oh, but this person, they have this rack or this setup here or whatever. Barbells. I don't even know. I'm like such a noob when it comes to working out. Term. I don't even know
These metal
workout
things you lift.
equipment
Yeah.
term. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so but I think that we okay, and then I need these. Oh, I need these supplements too to help me
Hmm.
with this stuff,
Hmm.
I think that it can become, it did for me, so overwhelming,
Mm-hmm.
uh, having to meet all of these requirements that people are like, oh, well, this is just too much. This routine is too much. When really, you just need a good set of dumbbells
Mm-hmm.
and a bench, and you just do basic lifts and you do it as consistently as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I also think that, people look at influencers and these bodies that people have,
Yeah.
right? And they don't understand, like, there's different levels of goals, right? If you want to be shredded and be this huge person, right? You're not going to get that naturally. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, you know, People look at Wolverine on Deadpool and Wolverine, and it's like, that's not attainable for the average person unless you go to the extreme.
Yeah.
So I think goals sometimes get out of whack, and that people are like, well, I've been working out for 3 months and I see nothing, and that's just how it is. I think there's not enough shared about the reality of how long it takes to see changes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
um, Feeling changes, at least for me, was immediate. And so when I share my workout journey, that's what I try to
Hmm.
uh, talk about the most. Yes, there's physical changes, but how you feel is more important. And so I would tell people, you know, keep it simple and stay consistent. And consistent doesn't necessarily mean 5 times a week. It
Hmm.
could be 3 times a week. It could be twice a week. And you never know what someone's life or schedule is like,
Mm-hmm.
So if the single mom or the single dad comes to my page and they see me doing all those things, I don't know what their schedule's like. They could be working 2 jobs and having, and 3 kids, and it's just a tough situation. And maybe they can only fit in one workout a week.
Right.
Well, that's okay, because as long as you do that, you will see changes over time. You will feel better, and you're doing something for yourself, and you can look forward to that time once a week for yourself. And so you never have to have the goal of, I want to get jacked and, you know have my veins popping out every place in my body. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? um I think for most people and most parents, I think the goal should be to just look good and feel good, and just keep things simple.
Yeah.
So you're kind of losing me a little bit because first, no caffeine, and now give up the dream of looking like Deadpool. Like, yeah, it's blowing my mind here. No, I get you. I get you. It makes total sense, and I like that because to help somebody in their journey, and I think Leighton and I really focus on this. To help somebody in their journey is not to give advice; it's to listen.
Yes.
Because everybody comes to the table, totally different schedules, totally different body types, and I just it always is disgusting when somebody's up there, do this, do that, you need to do this. And it's just like, you have no idea who I am. You don't know my medical background. I do, and I can't pair it to Ryan Reynolds, or, whoever is idolized in this, world as the pinnacle, like, hey, that's the process, that's the direction I want to go. It's like, you don't have a personal trainer, you don't have the time, you don't have the body type even, that's going to allow for that. So surround yourself with some, you know, say sound advice, keeping it simple and learning yourself in the process. So I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I love the talking about just keeping it simple with like you don't need all the equipment in the world. Like right now, I haven't announced it yet, but I'm going to have a new home space to work out at, and so I'm like, oh, what can I get to train with? And my CrossFit roots, I'm like, dude, I just need a barbell, like, and maybe a pull-up bar. That's it. That's all I need.
Yeah.
And like I'll add things to it later, but that'll work everything out. It doesn't have to be the next new thing that you have to get you to train.
Except for great running shorts. That's the
Except for
moral of the
great
story
running
right
shorts.
there.
That
Like,
is what you need.
that look
Yeah.
good, don't look baggy. Yeah. I read you. Go for it.
What would you tell your younger
Oh, that's where we're
self
at.
or a dad watching your content?
Um, yeah.
Knowing what you know now, yeah.
Let's see. I would say enjoy the ride.
Hmm.
Because there's really three. This is Ryan's dad wisdom coming out. Okay.
Love it.
There's three main sections to life. Okay. There's like the being born and growing up and all that stuff, right? And that's kind of the first section. Then becoming an adult. Then there's the later section in life where it's kind of like I don't know, getting ready to die, looking back at all the things that you did. Um, but then there's the middle section, and that's like the meat,
Hmm.
that's like the that's like the high quality meal from the 3-star Michelin restaurant. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? That's
Hmm.
that's the most important part. And I think a lot of people get caught up in, including myself, uh, including my previous self. Um,
Hmm.
a lot of people get caught up in, okay, well, I just can't wait for this time where I'm going to have this job. Oh, and we're gonna put down and get this house. We're gonna upgrade this house, and then once that happens, everything will be good. Or
Yeah.
or you know what? I'm just working for this goal up here to reach this place in life, and then that's when my dreams will come true. Or whatever. And I don't think it's of course, it's not bad to work for goals. I mean, I'm in school at 37 years old, like a psychopath, majoring in physics. Um, and so, yes, I have those goals, but I think the mindset should be, and the mindset that I have right now is whatever happens with school, whatever happens with my job, you know, right now is the most important time for me. So I really try to slow down and live it. I
Hmm.
really try to enjoy the struggles with
Hmm.
having young kids. I
Hmm.
really try to um, live. I don't know. It sounds really dumb, but
No, this
like
is great.
live every moment like you don't know what's coming tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because and we try to teach our kids that, like, you know, um, um, I'm not like religious anymore at all, but my wife still goes to church sometimes. That's a whole story in and of itself. But the kids sometimes like little prayers at night. And so,
Hmm.
you know, and I tell them, like, hey, while we're eating food and stuff, I'm like, hey, we really need to be thankful for like this food that we have. It may not be what you want to eat. It
Hmm.
may not be what you are looking forward to, but like we have a house to sit in. We have a table.
Hmm.
We
Yeah.
don't have bombs going off. We don't have to walk for food. You don't have to watch your brother go walk for food and die because he got killed, with the
Hmm.
crazy stuff going on in
Hmm.
Gaza,
Hmm.
like
Yeah.
we really have it good.
Yeah.
And so I think that's a good mindset where, you know, that's the mindset that I try to have. Where I'm at is really, really good. I live by the beach. My life is not super difficult. Physics is super difficult. But um it's just be grateful, be thankful for where you're at now. Try to
Hmm.
slow down.
Yeah.
Try to
Yeah.
slow down and really just enjoy that.
Right. Yeah. No, it sounds like be content with the journey you're on and
Yes.
each level that you're on because there's gold there. There's life to be had there. I hear you. Too often it's like, oh, I've got this goal and it's way out here, but our focus is so far off, which is good because we want that focus, but or that goal, but we simply lose out on the things getting there, or can if
Yes.
we don't enjoy the journey. I mean,
Yeah.
our podcast, our journey with our workouts and stuff like that, we've come to enjoy the process. And the nice thing about it is in this process, like and especially in this world of workout where it's like all about the body, it's like I'm not ripped. I'm not like, chiseled something to look at, but I'm more confident in my skin now because I'm
Yeah.
enjoying each moment. And, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm definitely farther than I've been. So,
Yeah. That's
no, I
important
love
too.
that. I
Yeah.
love it.
And I love that. So I used to suffer from depression, and I
Mm.
always had that mentality of like, oh, if I move here, I'll be happy. Or if I do have this thing, I'll be happy. Or go on this trip, I'll be happy. I never made my current state a happy place to be. So I was always searching to go somewhere
Hmm.
else. Drinking. I dealt with drinking to get away from the struggle. So I like that, that middle life section of like embracing the struggle of life and find the beauty in it, because you'll grow and you'll level up as a dad or as anything. So I love everything you had to say. Like, you're like, it sounds dumb or simple, but like it is simple and
Yeah.
maybe dumb. I don't know, but it's
Exactly.
so worth it to where like I wanna experience each moment, because it's going to change me in a good way.
Yeah. No, but I will argue though that if we move to San Diego, it is better. So
Yes, totally.
Dude, every time you go to
Yeah.
LA, you're like, I should move here. You're like texting me,
no,
you're like, I'm
every
gonna
time,
move.
yeah, every time I go down to California, it's just like always scheming. Okay, how can we get back to California? I love it
I
down
mean,
there.
Washington looks beautiful though. I'd love to visit there.
It is, but man, come December to April, man, it's just like this gray cloud over the top of you. I mean, talk about depression central. Like, I want to stab my eyes out. So, yeah,
That's what
it's
wrecked me.
brutal.
I love Portland, but living there and with the constant rain, it's just it dims you down. Like,
I thought I wrecked you.
yeah, it was all
Oh,
your fault. No,
I thought you were trying to get away from me.
you saved me, bro. Whatever.
Oh,
Oh man. Okay.
Leighton, is there anything pressing that is on your heart to ask or draw from with this? I'm putting you on the spot here, bro.
Um, I just want to say, Ryan, like I admire that you really show the important things in the daily life on Instagram. Like, you're not, oh, this is the
Not
job I
fluff.
have, or student. It's not
Yeah.
fluff. You show being a dad, and that's just what it's about. Now that I have a family and I'm growing, I'm like, this is what everything is all about. It's not experiences as much. It's not going out. It's like, I am so happy coming home, and you really show that in your pictures, and it's really refreshing always coming up on your page, and you talk about things you struggle with. You're not just like, life's great in my world.
Mhm.
You talk about real life struggles or things of your past, and that's what we've really loved, uh, and wanted to have you on here to show that, because you're like, I'm not anything special. I'm like, yeah, you are, because you kind of figured it out, and you're figuring it out. There's so many people that don't want to figure it out, and they just party or make
Yeah.
terrible decisions. So
Well, there's a
so thank you.
humility. Yeah, there's a humility too of just that you represent, showing yourself in your vulnerable way, letting people into your life, and like Leighton is saying, it's not all bells and whistles per se, but it's like, oh, here's somebody I can relate to, or emulate or look up to, and so with your sound advice of like, just getting started, just go for, just start working out 1 day a week or whatever the case may be. It's like, oh, I could do that. And our target audience is ones that, can get overwhelmed, like we talked about, with everything that's around us speaking to us like, you need to work out this way or have abs like this or whatever the case may be. And all of a sudden it's like, no, here's somebody that's getting it done, lives in the real world, has real job, school, family, prioritizes issues, whatever the case may be. Not that you have issues, but we do. And so, no, it's
I
it's
do,
wonderful.
and I'm okay admitting that.
Like I said,
Well,
there's another episode.
and
Yeah, yeah.
and life is hard, but if you attack it, you learn to get better at it. Just like working out. Like I didn't get to say it earlier because my internet sucks. We at CrossFit, there's the beginner, there was me, and then there was the crazy athletes, and we'd have beginners who would be like, I don't know how you're doing what you're doing. I was like, I started exactly like you. I just did it more. Like we are more in awe of you because you're doing the hardest part of starting. That's the hard part. Once you get in routine, get discipline, it starts to get easy. It's just what you do. So take those principles for life and just face it, meltdown with the kids. I'm like, cool, I get to learn how to handle what they're going through and talk them through it. Awesome. Instead of like, why are you bothering me? So
same thing. Melt when Leighton melts down, I have to deal with that.
yeah,
So
it happens.
teach us. Hey, so final question. So where can people follow you and shop your company? What's your handles?
Oh, gotcha. I'm like, I need to double check my handles. I know what they are. Yeah, well, I'm just on Instagram, at Wolf Out West. I've tried to think about getting on other platforms, but I'm just too
Stick with
busy.
what
I
you
like to
got.
keep it
Yeah.
simple.
Yeah.
Find me on Instagram, and then at Pendulum Threads. It's I always tag them on my posts, so that's
Cool. Okay.
the other account that I own now. And I'll post consistently on there, but probably once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
still kind of
that's
figuring that out.
that's okay.
New
So
And
new
Strava, you can
routine.
find me on Strava.
yep.
I
Just
thought
under your name, right?
Yep, yep.
I follow you.
Yes. Do I follow you back? I'm sorry
No.
if I don't. I'm
Well, he just
sorry.
never
It's
does.
so
He never
hard
does
to.
anything.
Oh, I
so-
know. Thanks, Drew.
I'm sorry.
It's
yeah.
so hard to keep up
Yeah.
with. Okay, I gotta follow this guy, but
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah.
it's
Totally.
a lot. Sometimes I
Totally.
feel like an old man using Instagram and everything.
Totally.
Yeah, right.
So, Ryan, go ahead, Drew.
No, I'd go.
I was just gonna ask Ryan, is there anything you wanted to add? If we cut you off from anything you wanted to say?
Oh no,
No?
Your
not at all.
platform here.
No.
Okay, so one thing we'd like to do on this,
Oh, yeah.
closing out on this podcast, you're our third guest. We always like to ask,
cool.
yeah, three's a good number. We
First
always
one I
like
reached
to
out
ask.
to. Sorry.
Jeez, come on. We always like to ask, like, hey, in your world, how can we be a part of your world? And one way we like to do that is like, hey, do you have a challenge for us? So we're in the workout world. He does CrossFit. I do whatever. We mountain bike a lot, but we can get stuck in that, right? And so, like, our first guest was like, dude, do 25 burpees a day for a week. And so we'd like to do little challenges a week. And I continue to do burpees just because after that week, like we talked about, it's a little easier. I still hate them, but it's a little easier to hate them. The second person we had was the CEO of Zwift Insider, and his challenge to us was ride 100 miles on Zwift, which is that online cycling simulator. Yeah. And so we did that. Well, I did it. He didn't.
You did it. I did not finish.
Yeah. And so what challenge would you bestow upon us? I mean, Leighton's still in recovery mode a little bit from a broken collarbone. I'm just old, so we kind of adjust a little bit to our elements. Yeah, there we go. Running something
I can run. Yeah. To take on for a week.
So let's
This is on the spot.
see. Okay, I have a different challenge.
Ooh.
I would like. I mean, you don't have to do this, but
yeah, lay it on us, buddy.
Let's go.
There's a paper that Einstein wrote on the on relativity. So I would like you to read that.
Okay, I like
It's
that.
fantastic.
Cool.
That is going to be the
Relativity
weirdest.
was one of my favorite things that I learned about in physics, time being relative and things like that, and how that works with
Hmm.
outer space and light years and stuff like that. So he's got a lot of things he wrote, but
That one's your favorite.
but relativity,
We're gonna do this, and we're gonna take a picture
it's
of it,
good.
and we're gonna post it, tagging you in it, and people are gonna be like, "What the hell?" But I love it. Hey,
Yeah.
this is a muscle as well. So
Yeah, I'll send. There's a couple of them, but I'll send Leighton the paper that
Cool.
my
Okay.
teacher sent me, actually.
Yeah, I love this because we didn't say it this time. We say like the challenge could be exercise, it could be spiritual, it could be mental, anything like that. So this is the first one where it's like, oh, we get something a little different. We get to learn something. So I'm excited for this. It's gonna be good.
I don't remember the last time I read, so this is gonna be good.
Sweet. Well,
So-
cool, man.
Ryan, we appreciate you, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate you taking the time, and we appreciate you letting us into your life. And it's an honor to
Partner
hear
up with
you,
you.
to partner up with you. Really enjoyed it. What you say is very sound. We look forward to more. And you're always invited to come back if you ever get an itch or one needing a platform that you want to join in on and spit it. Let us know. So,
Sure. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing from your marathon as well. So
Yes.
that's
You'll
gonna be
see it on
awesome.
Strava. I'll get my medal I'll get my Strava medal.
There we there
Perfect,
you go.
there you
Hey,
go.
man, it's beautiful. So awesome. Thank you, sir. Go
All right,
go
guys.
enjoy the beach.
Yes. All right.
All right.
Thanks, man. Cheers.
All right. I'll see you guys later.
Later.
Yeah, sounds good.